Hi guys, it's Krista here with the Cubicle Blindness, and I have a book thoughts for you today on Wither by Lauren Destefano. Gorgeous cover. It is even prettier in person. Honestly, the new hardcovers are gorgeous. The foiled lettering just sparkles. Pretty dress. The bird. Okay, awesome cover. It's a story. The main character's name is Ryan. She's 16 years old. She gets kidnapped along with a van full of girls and taken away. They drive forever. She doesn't know where she is. So they get taken away, and 3 out of the van get chosen to get put into a limousine. And the other girls are put back into the van that weren't chosen and shot in the van. This book was very, very emotional through most of it. Things like that were happening. Very shocking. I mean, it didn't happen throughout the book, but you learn about instances like this as you read. So it's very, very heartbreaking. The other girls, so they're all rounded up, and the ones that aren't chosen are just shot right there in the van. They have nowhere to run. They can't escape. And the 3 girls end up getting into the limousine, where they again get drugged and taken off to another place where they end up in a mansion. And in the mansion there is the last wife, Rose, who's very sick. In this world, the girls only live to age 20, and she is very, very sick, and that is why Lyndon's father has decided to find him 3 new brides to replace the last, so that he can have more children and supply the world with new young ones. So they end up in this mansion, and it's just, they're not allowed off the floor. They get the wife's floor, and every once in a while they'll get to go down in the elevator, but it's always being escorted. They have dinners down in the dining room, but otherwise their lives are lived on this floor. Rose eventually dies. The 3 girls marry Lyndon, and the men only live to be age 25, so not much older than the girls. But at least they get to see their children grow up a little bit more. So anyway, they're all stuck in this situation. Honestly, they're held captive in this house. Each of the girls is considering their marriage or captivity in different opinions. One doesn't mind it. She's like, why not? I'll get pampered for my last years of life. Why not? The other one, her dream is to get married. She's happy. She wants to have children. She wants to be the perfect wife. And then we have Ryan, who misses her twin brother and just wants to get out of there. So it's really heartbreaking. It's amazingly written. There was just no slow points. The story rolled really well. Each chapter kind of introduced new things, different views, different ways of looking at things, different people's opinions, and it just went really well. I mean, I didn't get bored reading it. There were a couple of slow parts, of course, but it wasn't bad. It was honestly just really well written. It's just so heartbreaking. The story makes me so sad. I sat and thought about it. Every time I put this book down, I would just sit and think about how crazy this whole idea was. And you get so angry and upset and frustrated and sad, you know, about their situation. The world that they live in, most of the continents have been destroyed. Nobody's living on any continent except for North America. There's people that are against finding a cure to the disease that's killing their children young, because they believe it is the end of mankind, and to let you know, the world end as it should be ending. But then there's some that want to fight for a cure so that mankind can live on and live to an old age and have children and have generations of children, instead of just living to 20 and 25 and dying. And this disease that they get, I don't think it had a name, but it's disgusting. It's awful. It's painful. They're coughing up blood. They're getting sores all over their body. They get weak. It's just awful to even read about. It's horrific. And then to be trapped for the last remaining days of your life, to be a bride to somebody you've never met or cared for or anything, is absolutely amazing. It's an amazing book, and I'm probably going to read this several times. I mean, heartbreaking, but very entertaining, very interesting. I loved it, and I think you guys should read it. Everybody should give this one a try. There were holograms in it, and holograms are awesome. When they went swimming in the swimming pool, there was holograms of fish or sharks or coral or different scenes underneath the water. There were holograms when she got to go out into town with Lyndon. She became first wife and got to travel outside the mansion with him. And there were holograms at the parties, and I love holograms. I really want one now. That is an awesome. I hope in my future that I get to see those kinds of things in my life before I die, because that was pretty awesome. So, overall, they're being pampered, but is that kind of life the way you want to live your life or end your life in this kind of situation? And maybe for some it is, and maybe for some it's not. Something better out there, even if there's not much out there. Anyway, those are my book thoughts on Wither. This book just came out. You guys should definitely check this one out. Cover is beautiful, and it's an awesome read. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.